if there's no shortage of money, then we need to use as much money as possible to get us to that end destination that we want to be at. And that was like a huge transformation that I had because I don't have time to wait. I need it now. I want to get there quickly as possible. And when you pay for information, you're just paying for speed. Like you said, you can get there in 10 years or you can get there in a year. I would much rather spend money and get it in a year versus me trying to be hard-headed and figure it out all by myself. Any chance I get to pay for speed, I'm doing it because I heard this from Alex Hermosi. We have to pay down our ignorance debt. Because if we knew it all, we would have it all. But we don't know it all. So that means there's so much information that we don't know yet that we have to get us to that point where we want to be.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Marlon Wise, co-owner and CEO of WRLDINVSN, and yes, I'm on my walk again. But hey, in this video, we about to go and check in with my boy Malik and Nick. They had a sit down at our AYV experience in New Orleans, and this is where we actually interact with other brand owners. So if you're ever interested in that, make sure you check the link inside the description. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. 1 Milliano on the way, run us up. All right, let's go get straight into that video.
Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new to the channel, I'm Nicholas Clark, co-owner and designer of WRLDINVSN. I got one of my good friends right here at this point. All right, his name is Malik. He's been inside of our AYV community for over a year now at this point, and he's been able to. When he first met us, he did a $4,000 a month. Then my guy went to a $200,000 a year, not even a $4,000 a month. My guy had a $4,000 a year, right? Then going to a $200,000 a year, and now you should be past that 200K at this point, right?
Oh yeah,
Easily. All right. So, gave you a quick intro, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you introduce yourself. Some of y'all might have seen him before, but if y'all haven't, let them know who you are.
Yo, what's going on? My name is Malik. Started my brand when I was 16. I'm 20 now. Born and raised from Chicago. Always been an entrepreneur. Used to sell fireworks to my friends. Anything I could sell that was legal, I was doing it.
Hey, let's get it. So give us a little bit more. Talk to us about the brand. All right, what made you start the brand? What age you started the brand at? And tell us what you was doing when you first got started.
Yeah, so I started my brand because honestly, like, I was born in 2004. All right, so
Golly.
I agree. So
For a young.
So every time I would go to my grandma's house on the weekends, I would play outside with my friends, right? I was born in the city, so we couldn't really do that. But my mom and dad was divorced, so I would go see my dad on the weekends and my grandma's in the suburbs. So I would be able to play outside with my friends all weekend. And we used to be doing like everything, going down by the river, skipping rocks, fighting, riding bikes, doing what kids would be doing. And all these life experiences like molded me into the person I am today. And then as I got older, I realized that kids don't even do that no more. Like, they just be in the house playing a game, watching TikTok, scrolling. I'm like, damn, like, I had an amazing childhood going outside. So I was like, I still love going outside to this day. And I was like, let me just recreate something that I love doing. I was like, let's just create a brand called Lost Hearts. And it's really all about getting kids back outside and off their phones. So we sell clothes, but we also do events. So we have like kickball games, football games, and we're just recreating the things that we used to do as kids as adults.
Hey, so just let everybody know that's watching this video, Malik paid us well over $2,500 to help him grow his brand, right? But when he first met us, I remember on the call, you was like, bro, I don't have that kind of money. But when we explain to you, it's not really about the money. It's about how fast do you want to get to your destination, right? Like, just to give you an example, if, you had to drive from New Orleans, we're in New Orleans right now. So if I had to drive from New Orleans all the way to Los Angeles, California without a GPS, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably going to miss exits. Like, I can't just follow just exits thinking I'm just going to get all the way to LA, right? I need to type in my address where I'm going and just look at the GPS and just let the GPS tell me where to go, right? And that's how you're able to get to your destination as fast as possible. Now, if I don't use the GPS, instead of it taking me, 2 days to get there, it might take me damn near a week, right? Or it might take me even longer than that. Like, let's not say 2 weeks, right? Just, if I had to just figure it out. So when Malik understood, like, bro, you need a GPS. you know, you trying to build a multi-million-dollar brand with no GPS. You know, he actually said, you know what? The money isn't the most important thing. My time is. So if I'm able to exchange, you know, this small amount of money, which you may think is a large amount of money, if I'm able to exchange this small amount of money to save years of my life and create the brand that I want, you know, while I'm still young, like, why would I pass up on this offer?
All right, what's good? I'm sorry I got to interrupt this video, but we giving a lot of game right now, and I'm giving you an opportunity to join our AYV University for only $7, all right? So we're going to be giving you a 7-day all-access pass inside of our university, literally right here. We giving so much game. Y'all enjoyed that game? Yeah. Appreciate that. And what we need them to do?
Activate your vision.
All right, go ahead on and click the link in the description. Go ahead, try that trial out.
I want you to, like, cause at that point you wasn't there yet. Like, you ain't had that transformation. But now you like you paid. Like, I didn't see you at multiple Grant Cardone events. I didn't see you pay for multiple, you know, rooms to be in. Like, you didn't been on this podcast multiple times. Like, what is that transformation? What is your belief now from when you was on that call to now?
That was a great
Talk to us too. Give it to us real raw and give it to us.
I'm gonna keep it all the way real. So in the beginning, I used to be very tight with my money, but we have to realize that money is a tool. There's no shortage of money. They print it every day. We just have to go get it. And if there's no shortage of money, then we need to use as much money as possible to get us to that end destination that we want to be at. And that was like a huge transformation that I had, because I don't have time to wait. I need it now. I want to get there quickly as possible. And when I had made that investment, that was my first time ever doing something like that. I paid $3,000 and I didn't even have it. But then 28 days later, I made $11,000. So I was like, okay, there's something to this. And also, when you pay attention. Y'all give free game. You can make millions of dollars just by watching this YouTube channel, but like, it's free. But when you put your life savings on something, you're going to pay attention to every single word that come out that person's mouth, because you have to put something behind it. Now, information, when you pay for information, you're just paying for speed. Like you said, you can get there in 10 years or you can get there in a year. I would much rather spend money and get it in a year versus me trying to be hard-headed and figure it out all by myself. And it takes me years. Any chance I get to pay for speed, I'm doing it, because I heard this from Alex Hermosi. We have to pay down our ignorance debt. Because if we knew it all, we would have it all. But we don't know it all. So that means there's so much information that we don't know yet that we have to get us to that point where we want to be. And it comes down to the information. Like, I spent $3,000 to go to this one event in Miami. But the people I met and the things I learned transformed my life, because I never would have even seen these things or know it was even possible to do. And also, something that you taught me, once you get exposed, you cannot get unexposed.
You going crazy.
Yeah, like when I remember one of the first times I met you, your Shopify just kept going off. And I was like, bro, what am I doing wrong here? And then eventually my Shopify kept going off. But it's because I got exposed. And once you see it, you can believe it. You believe it, you can achieve it.
All right, you talked about going to an event in Miami. Like, give us one or two things that you learned or that you was exposed to that, when you got home, you like, I need to be doing this right now.
Yeah, so when it comes down to, really the whole conference was really about like how to grow your business and 10x your life and your business all around you. And one of the biggest things that I realized is like, it really comes down to like, who are you associated with around you? Like, look at your call log and the 5 people that called you, like, are they taking away or are they adding? And that was like a huge realization, because I'm 20 years old. It's very hard to find like-minded friends that I could talk to, like in my age category, because I didn't have any. Like, before I was in this program, I had no friends because everyone just want to do all the things I'm not trying to do. So when I went to this event, it really showed me like who you are around really matters, because all these people, like I met people who are making millions of dollars and they're all friends, they're all doing business with each other, they're all growing together. And I was like, okay, there's something to this. Also, whenever you get data, so like leads, whenever you get hot leads, you can close and get them to purchase whatever you are selling a lot quicker if you hit them up within the first 10 minutes. So that was like a huge realization, because like a lot of the time I would get new date and I would never hit them up. Like after that, it would just be like they kind of fall off the bridge. But now I got flow set up, so as soon as I get someone into my database, they're automatically getting touched multiple times right then and there. So they're staying on top of mine.
All right, I heard one thing that you said. We're gonna make this a little bit more personal because I like this. I heard one thing that you said where you was like the five people that you have recent in your call log, or the top 5 people that you call the most. They need to be adding and not subtracting. So I feel like we talk.
Absolutely.
Right? Am I subtracting or am I adding?
Definitely adding.
All right, but let's just give it to them. I want the viewers to know how the conversations be going. So just be honest with me. Do I be too hard on you, bro? Because I feel like I might just call you one day and just like make everything you doing feel like you ain't doing nothing. So tell me, like, give me your real honest feedback on like how, like, what are those things that I say, and does it make you go harder or does it like discourage what you're doing?
All right, so I'm gonna be 100% real, y'all. How you see Nick on these camera is like when you see him behind it, like he really be going hard. But that's why their brand is what it is. But he really does go hard on me, and sometimes he'll just call me, and I'll be like, damn, like I ain't really doing nothing. But my personality type, that's how I learn and that's how I grow. So I truly do appreciate that because I'm the only child, so I don't have no brothers, no sisters, no none of that. So I really do appreciate that, and I need that because it just shows me like, oh, I think I'm doing good. But then when Nick called me, he like, now you really ain't doing nothing. I'm like, okay, now I know I need to apply more pressure because I got Nick over here. He doing his thing, and at the end of the day, it's nothing personal.
Facts.
It's nothing personal. Like you should want someone to get on your ass to tell you to lock in, because if you not, are they really your friend?
Exactly.
Are they really your friend? If they not checking you when you doing something wrong, are they really your friend?
Exactly. So transparently, like, what's those monthly goals that we talk about that we want to make, realistic for ourselves in every business that we start? Like what type of revenue dollars that we be talking about? Like share that with the viewers. Because sometimes we be on here really saying like, I'm about to help you make, $10K a month. But what do we talk about?
We talk about millions, bro. Billions. Like that's the real end goal. Like you gotta think big. Like think 10 times bigger. And like now with the information that I've acquired, and you say this all the time, it's the same principles, different strategies. So like I know just the knowledge I've been able to acquire over the past couple of years, like any business I get into, I know I could bare minimum make 10K no matter what it is. Just because of the information that I've gathered. So like you be saying like any new business we get into, we bare minimum making $500,000 right off the gate first year. Because you already did it once. If you did it once, you could do it again. And that's why it comes down to paying for that speed. Like I paid Nick and Marlon $3,000 to join their program. Went flat broke buying it. But then in 2 years, I made over $400,000. So like that's a trade-off. And then again, it's in my mind. Once it's in your mind, you can never get it taken away from you, because once you know how to do it once, you can do it again. You could lose it all. They can never take away that information that you got.
Dog, I want to share a story with you, cause you say exposure, and I haven't actually shared this story with anybody else besides like Marlon. He was there with me, and just like my high level entrepreneur friends. So we was in a room, and I probably did tell you this maybe, but we got invited to an event at Louisiana Tech campus. I went to Louisiana Tech. I'm an alumni. We always get invited to the private business events, and this brought everybody at Louisiana Tech that graduated in the business field, like they got their own business. And I'm not talking about like small businesses. Like it's like one person I know up in there, he owned his own bank. Like they manage $8 billion in assets, right? And they know us. We talk to them. And what's crazy is like we got invited to you know the Kentucky Derby, right?
Yeah.
All right. The horse that won this year was the woman that owned the horse, not the one that ride the horse. The woman that owned the horse went to Louisiana Tech, went to school for business, bruh. For one, she playing a different game because she owned the horse. That's the first.
That's real money, right?
That's the first thing I'm gonna say. But the second thing I'm gonna say is like she talked about a company that she was involved with, that she was working on the board of, and they had got a leveraged buyout. I'm still to this day still learning what that is. A leveraged buyout of $32 billion. And I was like, oh snap, she said the B word. I'm like, I have never been in a room where somebody say the B word and I don't just go wow. To me, my mouth dropped. I didn't do it because everybody else mouth ain't dropped because it was normal for them.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, damn, she literally just said the B word. Like they had a buyout of $32 billion. You know what else she said? She said she's currently on the board of Haynes. And I know we talk about like how we could leverage credit, leverage, good debt, bad debt. Man, she said Haynes was in debt for $1 billion. And then they let somebody buy them out because they want Haynes was owned by another company. They let somebody buy him out so they could take some of that debt off the book. They sold the company for $1 billion. But like, just for her to be in there just like talking about billions, bro, son, I left that event just like, bro, just like we don't talk about money enough. Like, bro, we don't talk about money enough at all. Even if like you at least need to say something about like bare minimum. If you don't talk about money at least once a day, and your goal is to like be financially free, like it's gonna be tough for you. Like I come from the Seven Water, New Orleans, bro. Everybody don't actually start at the start line. There's a lot of people that start behind the start line. You get what I'm trying to say? It's some people who start further than the start line. You get what I mean? Like they born into riches.
Yeah.
So like, bro, for me to just be in that room, I'm just like, they don't even understand that it's a 7-ward black kid. You know what I'm trying to say? In a room of people talking about billions. Like,
right.
Then they had the trophy of the Kentucky Derby trophy. The trophy it was like $50K worth of diamonds on the trophy. I was like, bro, like, I don't even know how I got here. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. But I was just like, man, we just don't talk about like business success enough because, and I'm gonna tell you how it's not enough because of what I just said. Like, I didn't start I didn't start at the start line. You get what I'm trying to say? I had to work my way to the start line and then go from there. So if we not spending our time, really, doing the things that we need to do to get ahead in life, like 9 times out of 10, we'll never make it there. And you got to you got to work extra harder because, like, some people, like I said, they born into riches. You want your kids to be born into riches. So that means it starts with you. Like, it was this shirt that I had made. I used to run this other company that nobody never knew I owned. It was called the Brand Startup. And I had this shirt that was like, generational wealth starts with me. I ain't even know what I put on the shirt until now I'm thinking about it. Because to be honest with you, that's all facts. You get what I'm saying? Like, for some people, it may be different. For you, it may be different. But for me, it's like the whole legacy start right now.
Facts.
So, like, I really got to work, 10 times as harder than most people because, like I said, I didn't actually get to start at the start line, right? So, like, I like, I talk to you too because I like that you have that energy and you don't fade away from talking about money. You get what I mean? Like, when we talk about numbers, it don't scare you. Like, I remember when I used to be like, man, I'm gonna be a millionaire. And I used to like smile with it or get the jitters or my stomach would drop because I didn't really believe it. But then when I actually seen it, I'm like, damn, like, this shit really possible. And it could be possible for so many other people. So, like, that's why, like, I do, even though, like, I be going hard on you, it's like I do like to still get that energy from you because you still, like, being at the age that you're at, you understand, like, the other side at this point. But for my people that's watching this video and they got their clothing brand and, they not where they want to be, what's that one pivotal, like, besides, like, getting information, what's, like, that one pivotal thing that you did inside your business that allowed you to start seeing the success that you're seeing right now? Because once you, like you're saying, once you get exposed to something, you can't really get unexposed. So once you hit your $10,000 a month, I feel like you ain't never had a month in the last 2 years under 10,000. So, like, how now is that consistent? Like, what are you doing in your business to keep things consistent? What are you doing in your business to continuously scale? And what was that one thing? I didn't ask like 4 questions in one. And what's that one thing that you did to get to where you at right now?
I got you. So, boom. All right, I want everyone who's watching this to write this down. You do not have a business if there is no new orders coming in. If no one's paying you, you don't have a business. If you just got paperwork, LLCs, trademarks, that's not business. You just got a bunch of paperwork. So that's
Damn.
something that I was having a problem with. But then I was watching one of y'all videos. You had a pie chart, and you had content, sales, marketing, a whole bunch of different things. But you focus on one thing. That's what I did. That was my huge breaking point. I focused on one thing. And that one thing for me was just sales. I wasn't good at creating content. I wasn't worried about
You're still
none
not
of
good
that.
at it.
Still not the greatest at it. So my one thing, I just focused on sales. So I was like, all right, sales. That's going to be my main focus right now. What do I need to do? I would go to college campuses every day. I would walk around downtown every day. I would go anywhere there was people outside. I'm there with a backpack. Period. I don't care where. I'm there with a backpack, and I'm telling the story of my brand first, telling them about the product, then asking them to buy. I talked to so many brand owners. They're like, I don't make any sales. And I asked them to sell me, and they never actually asked me to buy the shirt. The offer you don't make is an offer they can't take. Ask them to buy the shirt after you tell them the meaning. So that would all I would be focusing on. Focus on getting sales and also collecting data after every single sale, because the only way you could build a big business is by repeat customers. McDonald's is all over the world because people buying McChickens 3-4 times a week. And they not collecting no data, but their fan base is so strong that they're coming back regardless. So I would say focus on sales. And the biggest thing is focusing on getting good at communicating, because I was an introvert. How I am now, how people see me, I was the complete opposite. But I realized that closed mouths don't get fed. And if you want to eat, you better be prepared to talk. I would be out there sharing my story, asking them to buy, and I did that consistently. Then I scaled from backpack schools to actually opening up a physical kiosk. And then that's just automatic because you've been putting in the work in the streets. Now you're getting them all with hot paying customers. You're going to be running it up.
Hey, before we get up out of here, I want to do something real cool and unique. We have a 7-day access. Well, in 7 days, we want to help you make your first $1,000.
Wow.
It costs $7. All right, I want you to help me share to the people that's watching this video why they should spend $7 so they can learn how to make $1,000 in the next 7 days. What would you say to those people?
All right, cool. 7 days, $7. That's $1 a day. Now, if I told you on day 8 you would have $1,000, would you give me 7? That's a good deal if you ask me. That's a damn good deal if you ask me. It's a no-brainer. You know, in school, I like to use this analogy a lot. In school, we're learning from teachers who, a lot of the time, they're not multimillionaires. Instead, if you wanted to become a multimillionaire, you should learn from a multimillionaire who's doing exactly what you want to do. And if you're going to get access to that for $7, the bare minimum you could do is spend $7 to learn from professionals who are doing exactly what you want to do. And they've been doing it for the past 15 years. So why wouldn't you do that?
Hey, what I need everybody to do that's watching this video is go to @LostHeartsCo, right? CO
Yes.
on Instagram. And I want y'all to shoot Malik a DM, all right? I want y'all to let Malik know, did this video help you, all right? If this video helped you, let him know what you helped him with. Hey, and if y'all need Malik to help you with anything, just ask him a question in his DM. That's cool with you?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, my Lost Hearts be flooded with DMs. Malik Elliott is my personal. I'll respond real quick on that one.
Malik Elliott, any underscores, any
No,
other?
just Malik Elliott.
I'm gonna make sure I
3
put it in the
Ts.
description.
Gotcha.
I got you. I'm gonna link you in the description. But hey, go show Malik some love. Go shoot Malik a DM. Ask him any questions that you got, or even share your feedback on this video. All right. Appreciate y'all so much for watching this video. I'm Nicholas Clark Corner, designer World Envision.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.